Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 2. Hopefully this will be pretty quick. This is another recommendation that I said I wasn't going to give on when you should file. So normally I would say to file about 2 weeks after tax season opens. So as I mentioned in my introduction video, the usual open date is January 15th. So this year on January 15th, after I made my video, they actually announced that they were going to delay this year. So the first date of transmission, which is when they'll be accepting returns, is going to be February 12th. So the reason for the delay this year is simply because of the most recent COVID stimulus payment. So they have to put that information into their system, basically put it into the 1040, so that when you complete your taxes, that amount is properly calculated. So some people got it that shouldn't have got it, some people didn't get it that should get it, and that's for the CARES Act stimulus as well. So all the program and calculation algorithms have to be pushed through. Well, they have to put them in first, and then they have to be pushed through so that all the programs out there that I mentioned in the previous video can update. And then what they do is they test things out. So that's why it's almost 4 weeks out. So normally they start accepting, they hold things for about 2 weeks, and then they start processing. They said they're going to be able to transmit and process around the 12th. My recommendation, bottom line, is I would wait until a little bit more towards the end of the month, about 2 weeks after that point. That way, if there are issues in the transmission process with some of the updates, which does happen, that way you won't have to be involved in that. So I personally am going to wait for my taxes. Any of my clients, I'm really kind of holding off this year a little bit for that. I'm not saying that's an across the board recommendation for me. That's what I prefer to do. That way, again, if there are issues with the updates, we're not going to have problems with our stuff. I guess, was it 2 years ago, there were problems with transmissions in updates, and things weren't calculating properly, and it was a little bit of a mess for not everybody, because they fixed it within the first 2 weeks or so, which again, that's why I kind of want to wait. So that's what I recommend. Just wait for 2 weeks, 2 weeks after February 12th. So about the 4th week in February, to be honest. Right towards the end of February is when I would start. I know it's a little bit late, and those who are really hankering for their refund, who always get a refund, know they're going to get a refund. I know they really want it, but to step aside from any potential issues, I would recommend waiting. Doesn't mean you have to, obviously. Another reason I recommend a delay in submitting your return for transmission is, for example, Maryland, and I know other states are trying to do similar things. So Maryland is looking at another stimulus payment. So what I don't know, and nobody knows yet because there's talk on either side about how it's going to actually look as far as the returns go. I mentioned this again in my intro, is Maryland will be looking at some tax relief for all kinds of, in all kinds of areas. So we don't really know what that's going to look like. So again, I would wait, especially if you have a business that is more than a service business. If you sell any material that you tax, I would definitely hold off, because that's one of the things they're talking about there, and that is going to be on 2020. Well, they said it was going to be on 2020 sales tax that was collected for certain small businesses. Again, don't know what the criteria are, but if you have a small business and you could potentially fall in that, I definitely would hold out on submitting your return. If you usually qualify for the earned income credit, or if circumstances in 2020 now allow you to qualify for the earned income credit, I would 100% hold off on submitting your return as well, and that is because you could qualify for that stimulus payment if it's passed. This is the Maryland specific I'm speaking of right now. So again, overall recommendation is to hold off. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a comment below. Eventually I'll get my email on there, so you guys, if you don't want to message me publicly, you can shoot me an email and I can answer your questions either via email, or I can make a video if it's a topic that I think more than one person will be interested in. I will make a video soon on earned income credit for those who aren't really sure if you will or will not qualify or exactly what it is. So just to give you more information on that. So until then, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.